So all these guys, you know, the conservatives, I'm a conservative person. Bush says, I do not believe he's a true conservative. These people are stupid.
Quiet. How stupid. This guy's you know, he's my friend, but he's really a pain. He keeps talking. Quiet, 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 quiet. He's not a protester, but man, is he noisy.
And I just got back from Chattanooga, too, and I spoke to some Marines there.
Build that wall. 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 All of the, Jeb. Oh. Jeb. He's asleep. He's asleep at the wheel, folks. President Obama, Secretary Kerry, I highly think you should read this book quickly. Quickly!
Despite that phony rate, you see what's happening with the stock market? We're in a bubble, folks. Watch what happens. Remember what I've been saying? We're totally reliant on Asia and different countries. Watch what happens. It's going to be not pretty. We're in a big, fat, beautiful bubble. All of that money that's going to Hillary and Jeb and Scott and Marco and all of them, the people that are putting up that money are, it's like puppets. Bing, bing. I backed McCain and I backed Romney. McCain lost, Romney lost. I said, damn it, the next time I'm just going to do it myself, right? Right?
Sometimes I look in the audience, that guy right there, that guy right there, that guy right there, and I'll pick one beautiful woman right here. We can't pay you the $150 billion. Once those hostages landed, about 2 seconds later, fellas, how you doing? Everything good? Listen, the $150 billion, sorry, we don't have the money. We owe $19 trillion. We don't have it.
He's very low energy. I'm not used to that kind of a person.
The premiums are going through the roof. The deductibles, frankly, you have to get hit with a Komatsu tractor in order to use them. They're so high. His name is Woody Johnson. He's from Johnson & Johnson. Woody Johnson, Johnson & Johnson, has a hard time with the Jets.
And the media, look at all those people back there. Scavengers. They're like scavengers. So I always thought that, you know, it's special equipment and special cameras, and I always figured maybe the cameras are locked, they can't move, you know, new computerized cameras, $200,000 a piece, and maybe they can't move, and they would never move. And then one day I had a protester, like up in a corner over here, and all of a sudden these cameras, it was like behind the camera, they're bending around like pretzels. The cameras, they move, believe me. And after that, I loved my protesters, because wherever I have a protester, they see that's the only way they move the cameras.
I said, that's nothing. Look at all the cameras back there. 230 reporters, 230 press. Okay, so now Bush goes in and he makes a mistake, and then Obama, frankly, might as well have stayed there, but okay, but he made a mistake too. And I said, keep the oil. Do you remember that? And everyone said, you can't keep the oil. It's a sovereign country. You can't keep the oil. I said, keep the oil. We're in there now. You blew it. You shouldn't have gone in. So here's who has it. Iran is taking it, and ISIS has it. And ISIS now is building a hotel in Iraq. They're competing with me. You believe it?
Thank you, darling. Look at these people. Let's say that Jeb Bush or Hillary or one of these politicians, all talk, no action, all controlled by lobbyists and special interests and donors. People like me from previous months, okay? Total control. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You know what that is, right? So if I want you to, you guy's such a nice guy. He's a rough cookie. I like that guy. Raise your hand. Is that you? I like him. I like him. I might even love him. He's a nice guy. He's not my style. Not exactly my thing, but I love this man. But if I were Marco, but in particular, if I was Jeb, I wouldn't say Marco's a good friend of mine. Marco did something that he wasn't supposed to do. He ran. I've never said this before. And I watch these two guys, and they're hugging, and they're kissing, and they're holding each other. Very much like, actually, Chris Christie did with the president. Very much. These people come up to me. They say, Donald, you don't really mean we're going to build a wall, do you? And I say,
I say, absolutely we're going to build a wall, 100%. They go, well, you don't really mean that. That was like when I first started in June. I said right from the beginning, we're going to build a wall. It's going to be a real wall. See that ceiling up there? I mean, this is a wall that if you get up there, you're not coming down very easily. Look, there's Donald Trump right over there. Look at this guy. Look. Look. There's another one. They're all over the place. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. So Uma is getting classified secrets. She's married to Anthony Weiner, who's a perv. No, he is. He is. Actually, most people didn't. I own the Bank of America building in San Francisco. Big chunk. And it's a great building. Got it from the Chinese. I did great. Great. They still don't know what happened. But that's what we need, right? Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal. I know that Marco Rubio did not win it. Do we agree? That's what. And I only say that because he took some nasty things about us today. You know, I wouldn't have said it. You know, if they would, like poor Jeb, he spent $20 million on negative ads. If he didn't do that, I wouldn't be talking badly about him.
That there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead. One empty chair, and I've seen it. If there's one empty chair, the press will put it on that chair. Kerry, who's a baby. I mean, here's a guy goes on a bicycle to go on a bicycle race. He's 73 years old. He's in a bicycle race. He falls. He breaks his leg during the negotiation. And I tell everybody, and you probably heard it, I swear to you, I will never be in a bicycle race as long as I'm. You know? And he's so off that all he has to do is stop and I'll leave him alone. He's like a child. Cruz today took an ad that's so false. It's so false. And you know, it's difficult because I'm a legitimate person. When I see these ads, remember, these ads are paid for by the special interest, the lobbyists, and the donors. They're not paid for by these guys. They have hundreds of millions of dollars, and they take these ads, and they're vicious, and they say anything. We just spent $1 million building a soccer field, okay? A soccer field for our prisoners that happen to be in Guantanamo, okay? I don't like that. What do you need $1 million for? Level out the surface. Let them play. I told you about drugs before. Jeb Bush, who's a total stiff, by the way, a total stiff. The Iranians are great negotiators. The Persians are great negotiators. And we have people that are babies. It's like a chess player, grandmaster, playing against a checkers child. No, that's what it is. We give them, think of it, a nuclear scientist, and they won't give us our hostages back. It's so insane. They'll probably say the crowds were about equal. Oh, they were equal. But that's the way they are, very dishonest. CNN is terrible. CNN, you're with CNN? Are you with CNN? Are you, you people do not cover us accurately at all. So they have a few protesters outside, and they have thousands of people, and the first question from CNN is about protesters. So what I'm going to do is span out. Show them the crowd, press. Show them the crowd. Show them the crowd. Look, they're not turning the cameras. They don't even turn the cameras. They don't even turn the cameras because you know what? They're very dishonest people. He goes, the Supreme Leader, I've spoken to him today, and he said the following. I said, what is he talking about? The Supreme Leader said nasty things about us, right? Frankly, I don't even think they give a damn about education, half of them. And I'm sure some maybe do. Want to use that word in this forum? I will. Because people want to hear the truth, Frank. I watch you all the time. They want to hear the truth.
Correct.
Frank, we have to be able to express ourselves.
But referring to people as rapists, referring to John McCain, a war hero, 5.5 years as a POW, and you call him a dummy. Is that appropriate in running for president?
Okay, you got to let me speak, though, Frank, because you interrupt all the time, okay? So, no, I know him too well. That's the problem. We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal. I said trade deals. Who would do better? I'll tell you what. I know the greatest negotiators in the world. Some are horrible people, horrible human beings. Who cares? Some Wall Street guys, they're brutal, they're miserable. You wouldn't want to go out to dinner. They're terrible people. I love them. You know who's our primary representative right now? Carolyn Kennedy. You know how she got the job? 60 Minutes. She went to the White House. She said, I'd love to have a job. I have nothing to do. They said, how would you like to be the ambassador to Japan? She goes, really?
I never thought we'd see the day in our country when a communist, because that's really, you think about it, when a communist is the leading Democrat. We're going to have a communist against an entrepreneur. I like the entrepreneur.
You know why I say she's nice? Because my daughter Ivanka likes her. My daughter's so great. She's such a great person. My daughter likes her. She said, Daddy, she's such a nice person. I agree. I don't want a nice, I want to kill her. We're tired of the nice people.
What do you need to spend $1 million? We just spent, it's a story today, $1 million on a soccer field. How do you spend $1 million doing the soccer field? You have a level piece of land. Throw them a ball, let them play soccer if they have to play.
See, you're not supposed to say that somebody graduated last or second to last in their class, because you're supposed to be like Frank says, very nice. Folks, I want to make America great again. We want to get down to brass tacks. We don't want to listen to his stuff with being politically correct and everything has. We have a lot of work to do. He said, how do you know why? He told me about 2 seconds ago. I said, what do you mean? He goes, how do you know why? I said, because I know politicians. The politicians are taken care of by the drug companies. The politicians say, and they'll come up with a reason like, because it's so important, and because they're prescription in nature, and because of the complexity of the complex of the drug, we cannot negotiate the price.
To have someone like that in charge of the nuclear arsenal.
Mr. Trump.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
But Jake, I want to give Mr. Trump.
It's a massive plant, one of the biggest in the world. They're going to make all these cars, trucks, and parts. They're even making parts. It's so big, they'll make the parts, the trucks. And I actually gave them a good idea. Why don't we just let the illegals drive the cars and trucks right in through the border? They don't have to even, it's true. No, I gave them that. Save a lot of money. That'll be next. No, they'll be doing that next.
So the Mexican government is not happy with me, to put it mildly. And again, I respect Mexico, but their leaders are too smart for our leaders, because we have stupid leaders, okay?
But these people are all going to be famous. They're going to be famous. See? You're all on television, so smile and have a good time.
He doesn't, I don't think he'd think they're so wonderful anymore. I'd love to give him back, but I don't think he'd love to go. I'd give him back even if he didn't want to go. I'd just drop him. Bing. Boom. You mean it's not politically correct, and yet everybody uses it? So you know what? Give me a different term. Give me a different term. What else would you like to say? Oh, you want me to say that? Okay, I said, no, I'll use the word anchor baby. Excuse me. I'll use the word anchor baby.
Gun-free zone. You know, when you say gun-free zone, that's like candy for a baby. I have another way. I said something. We don't win anymore, right? We don't win anymore. We lose all the time. But it doesn't sound as good. Who is Uma married to? One of the great sleazebags of our time. Anthony Weiner. Did you know that? She's married to Anthony Weiner. You know, the little bing, 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 bum, bum. I love you very much. They're political hacks. They get their job. I won't use foul language. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. They're all saying, do it, do it. No, I'm not. And then I watched this idiot Lindsey Graham on television today, and he calls me a jackass. He's a jackass. I'm a very militaristic person, but you have to know when to use the military. I'm the only person up here that fought against going into Iraq.
Can I make a response to that?
Just excuse me 1 second,
Can
Rand,
I make
if you
a
don't mind,
response to
Rand.
that?
You know, you are on less, you do have your 1%.
We have heads being chopped off because they're Christian in the Middle East. We have borders where people are being killed all over. The world is cracking up, and they're worried about my tone.